Raising the Bar Sports Picks, where we give picks and analysis on some of our favorite games and at the same time have an ice cold beverage. Yesterday was another 500 day. We did pretty good on our college games. Like I said, we've been outstanding actually with our college games compared to NBA. NBA has been so unpredictable that, it's almost the luck of a draw. This year, we're going to get better though. I'm sure the NBA is going to level out at some point, just like the college basketball scene has. And we're going to definitely make money off them. At this time, we're going to introduce our Angry Osprey. I had this last week, but it's in the fridge, so why not drink it, right? Why waste beer? So that's what we're going to have. And it's based out of Cape May. You go to the brewery there. It's a local brewery, and they are ready and willing to show you a good time, right? So we're going to like, share, and subscribe to this page. And hopefully you share this knowledge with someone else. Yesterday I made money. Hopefully you made money based off those college games. We were 4-2. That's a good rate percentage. So let's look at our picks for today. Let's start off with NCAA. The first game we're going to look at is Auburn Tigers versus the Arkansas Razorbacks. That game is slated for 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Looking at the matchup, Arkansas is favored by 1.5. Against the spread, Auburn, they're 10-11. Arkansas, 12-9. Straight up against the number, or money line, my bad. Auburn's 9-2, and Arkansas is 16-5. Over under total points, Auburn's actually 8-12-1, and Arkansas also 9-11-1. So they really don't go over their set totals for the game. Auburn's home or away record is actually 6-2, and Arkansas's home record's 11-2. So we're looking at a pretty even matchup. And against the number, Auburn is 3-5, Arkansas 4-4. With this bet, we're going to go with the underdog, and that's Auburn Tigers. And I'm going to take that money line, and that's the first bet of the evening. That's our first pick. And we're going to give that a 2 unit. Our next pick. We're looking at University of Massachusetts versus Rhode Island Rams. That game is slated for 7 p.m. tonight. Looking at the matchup, the Rhode Island Rams are, right now, they are 15-point favorites. Against the spread, Massachusetts 12-10, Rhode Island 12-9. Straight up, Massachusetts 9-13, Rhode Island 16-5. The over-under, Massachusetts 11-11, Rhode Island 10-11. When I looked at this initially, Rhode Island were 16.5 point favorites. They came down a little bit, 1.5 points. Rhode Island's going to cover this, and that's our pick for today. We're going to take the Rhode Island Rams to cover. They're a heck of a team, and they're a lot better than University of Massachusetts. So we're going to take Rhode Island with and with the laying the points. Sorry. Right now it's 15. Yep. Right now it's 15. Our next pick. We're going to look at Ball State Cardinals versus the outstanding Kent State Golden Flashes. Kent State has proven themselves to be a well-rounded team. And that game is slated for 7 p.m. tonight. Looking at the matchup, the line right now is Kent State favored by 4. Kent State favored by 4. Against the spread, Ball State 11-8, Kent State 10-9 and a push. Straight up, Ball State 12-9, Kent State 16-6. The over/under, Ball State 5-13 and a push, and Kent State 10-10. We're going to take Kent State laying the points. And right now, like I said, they are favored by 4. We're taking that as a 3 unit. That Rhode Island game, that's a 2 unit. Moving on. We're looking at Boise State Broncos versus Wyoming Cowboys. That game is slated for 10 p.m. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Yep. All right. Looking at the matchup, obviously we know Boise State is Boise State, right? They're phenomenal. Against the spread, Boise State 14-8, Wyoming 10-11. Straight up, Boise State is nicely sitting at 15-8, right? Wyoming 6-17. The over/under, Boise State 14-8, and Wyoming 11-10. Right now, Boise State is actually favored by 9.5. When I looked at it, it was 10, so it came down a little bit. But Boise State honestly should cover this. Wyoming is in no comparison to Boise right now. So we're going to lay those 9.5 with Boise. Laying the 9.5. And I like it so much, I'm using that. And that's going to be my second 5 unit since starting this show. The first time I used the 5 unit was Villanova, and they crushed their opponent. Crushed them. They were in double figures before the half, and they stayed that way. So I am confident in that Boise State game and laying the 9.5. We're actually going to do 3 different sports today. Usually we do NBA and NCAA because, you know, there's so many games. But right now, the NHL is actually in the swing of things, and they are trying to jam in a lot of their games for the remainder of the year. So there's going to be a lot of games for everything, really. NCAA, we got NBA before the playoffs, so everything's going to crunch in now. And NHL, they're trying to jam in all their games. So there's going to be a ton of games. So that means there's a ton of picks. So we're going to do our best to be on the plus side, come home with money every single day. Make sure you cash out and you don't waste that, right? So, first game of NHL, we are looking at Montreal versus New Jersey. That game is slated for 7 p.m. tonight. Against the spread, Montreal 24-30, New Jersey 18-33. Straight up units, Montreal 13 and New Jersey 11.1. They're over under 24, 27, and 3. New Jersey 28 and 22. Right now, Montreal, they're favored by $1.25. $1.25. The puck line is obviously the 1.5. So we're going to take Montreal with the puck line, 1.5. And that's because New Jersey is the second worst team in the NHL, and we don't trust them. So we're taking Montreal with the puck line, 1.5. That's a 2 unit. Moving on. Our next pick. All right. Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Actually, I don't want that game. I did not want that game. That was a game I was looking at, but I don't want that game. So, in actuality, our next game is actually Vancouver versus Boston. Vancouver versus Boston. Vancouver against the spread, 30 and 23. Boston, 31 and 22. The over-under, 27, 23 and 3. Boston, 23, 27 and 3. Straight up units, Vancouver is +7 and almost 7.5, and Boston 4.3. Due to injuries, our pick, we're going to go with, because the injury to the goalie for Boston, we're actually going to be over the 6. We're going to take over 6 for the Boston game. And that's a 2 unit. One more for NHL, right? We're going to look at Los Angeles Kings versus Washington Capitals. That game is slated for 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Looking at the matchup, against the spread, Los Angeles 19 and 34, Washington 35 and 18. Straight up units, 9.8 for LA, Washington +7.3. Over under, LA 21, 29 and 3, Washington 34, 18 and 1. We could clearly see who the better team here is. With that being said, we're taking Washington Capitals with the puck line. That is a 3 unit. Now we jump in. That's it for NHL. We're going to jump to the NBA. Jump to the NBA. We have a few games, just a few games today. It's not a big NBA day. So we're going to do our best to get the best selections out of there. First off, I got 2 of the same damn game. All right. We're looking at Milwaukee Bucks versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Milwaukee Bucks, which is an intriguing matchup, right? Because we have Giannis, right? Then we have Zion. I was looking at their matchups, and they're very similar as far as the very young career of Zion and the well-rounded MVP of Giannis, right? But they're not ready. I don't think that they're ready to put up a fight against Milwaukee at this point. You know, they're up and coming. I like Pelicans. I like what they're doing. I like what they're, you know, the moves they're making, the aggressiveness. They put up a fight with anybody, right? But I don't think they're ready for Milwaukee. So right now, against the spread, Milwaukee 27-22, New Orleans 24-23-3. So it's not bad. Straight up money line. Listen to this. Straight up money line. 42-7. 42-7. And New Orleans 20-30. Over under Milwaukee 25-24. And New Orleans actually pretty damn good. 28-22. Looking at the away record here, though, Milwaukee is a hell of a away team. They're 19-4. 19-4. New Orleans at home, they're 10-15. But also, you got to remember, Zion just came on, and things are just getting rolling with them. They're still gelling. They're still starting to click. But at this point, I do not believe that they're ready. So with that being said, we're going to take Milwaukee Bucks laying the points, which is 6.5. And that is going to be a 2-unit. I believe I have 3 NBA. Yeah, I have 3. Next, at 9 p.m., we have Portland Trailblazers versus Denver Nuggets. Now, at any given day, right, any other time, I would probably went with Denver. But because of, like I said before, we're not going against Damian Lillard right now. He is averaging 50 points, right? 50-something points these last 5 games. We're going to ride this train until the wheels fall off. That means I don't think anyone's going to stop this team from scoring. They're averaging about 130 points a game. No one's going to stop them. So we are going to ride with Portland Trailblazers plus the 4. Plus the 4. We're going to take plus the 4. Portland Trailblazers. You want to tease that to make it, you know, make you feel better? Go right ahead. You're going to throw money out the window if you tease it. But Portland Trailblazers plus 4. That's a 2-unit. And lastly, we are going to look at the underdog of the day. This is the underdog of the day. You ready for this one? I know you're sitting on your edge with my monotone voice. But we are looking at the Charlotte Hornets versus Houston Rockets. That game is slated for 8 p.m. tonight. 8 p.m. tonight. Now, I'm not even looking at the numbers. Quite honestly, I think that this is one of those games you want to look at as a why not, right? Why the hell not? I believe the odds right now are like plus 700, 750 to take them as winners of this game, right? I think that because of the Rockets coming off of you know, they're a little high and they're moving in a certain direction, they're doing their thing. But this is one of those games I believe maybe this might be the game that maybe Charlotte might pull one out. So I'm based on nothing, completely honest. This is just a guessing game. And it's going to be a 1-unit. So don't put any value into this, but maybe throw $10 on it and you make it a quick $75. Why not, right? You got all these other good picks to pick from. why not throw $10 on an underdog? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take Charlotte money line and take them and throw a little bit of change on there, right? If you could, share, subscribe, leave a comment, email me, send me free beer, whatever you want. I'm always taking ideas for a different beer a day and different ideas about the show. I get critiqued every day about the show, and I really do try to make it the best I can. But the main goal is to come out with winning picks. That's the main goal. It's not about the way I talk. It's not the way I dress. It's about what I'm putting out there as a product. Yesterday, money-wise, we made some money. Other people made some money. We're looking to be 100% every night. So if you could like, share, subscribe, go to a previous video, whatever you want. Subscribe to our Twitter page. That's also a key thing I really want you to do, because any given time I could put out an over-under. Yesterday I put it for the Norfolk game. I put the under in the middle of the game, and that hit. So there's times I might not. Even if I don't have the show, I probably put a couple picks on Twitter. So if you could go to our Twitter page and follow me, follow the show, and hopefully you're a winner on there too. I appreciate you coming by the bar today and spending a little time with us. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow and you got a little bit of money in your pockets.